Yeah, should realize that there is somebody in there. They're actually going to roll in. Nice play there. They're going to pull in on the Monkey King. Get a little bit of help from the Satyr as well. Neutrals on the side of Empire. There's no home field advantage here.
Ghostik, give that one a high five. Get that Satyr a high five. For them to work off of, because this laning phase at a static age is not going well for them.
Yeah, and now you can see as well, iG.V ready to get even more aggressive. Paparazi chasing forward. It's going to be able to hit him. A nice little glimpse back. Ghostik in a hell of a lot of trouble. They bring in the Monkey King. He's not quite there with the Primal Spring, and now with KingR here as well. They're going to try and go on the chase, get the lift back. Could kill the tree. Thankfully, Monkey King jumped out of that one, but now Earth Spirit's rolling in. Sunstrike to follow. They stun onto 2. Paparazi going to spin, but still a very much engaged brawl as Dogfights is going to get ran down. Can they find the kill, though? They do get the double edge with Ghostik. 3-0 to start for Empire.
He's going to have his Trinkle Boots off of that, which adds a lot more farm efficiency if iG.V continue to hold this stance where they zone out the Centaur as much as possible.
A lot of emphasis placed on this middle lane.
Yeah, they really want to make sure that this Earth Spirit doesn't get these repeated ganks onto Lina that keeps her down.
Oh my god, the stun going to connect, but Laguna Blade not enough for the kill, and they end up connecting onto Sakata. The rolling kick as well. They bring in Chappie, find themselves a kill.
That is sick. Well played. I love that Chappie's willing to make these kind of rotations. It's so good.
But Cap, it feels like they realize that something's coming their way and maybe playing a little bit defensively.
It's okay. They still get some aggressive vision down, even if they don't get him. It looks like they will.
Oh my god, they're actually in there. There's the stun, there's the catch, there's the Sunstrike. They find another kill.
Ooh,
Empire has come out swinging, and well, Chappie now, under a little bit of duress himself, is going to get ran down, but the blink away, they're able to save. No. Pulling back in, there's the glimpse. Chappie still trying to run. Is he going to get lucky with his dodges? Oh, they just commit the Omni Slash. Paparazzi's had enough.
Omni Slash force, that's okay. Paparazzi making a similar maneuver here. I think he did have a TP for that. They just kind of caught. Ghostik has been obviously some really standout performances, and maybe he is a big CIS player to look out for.
Absolutely. Chappie is, well, maybe going to make a name for himself here on the PA. If he can make this hero work, he can make anything work. They're going to pull back in for a moment. Miposhka in some trouble. The rolling boulder not going to be enough to get away. They've actually turned on the super, get the silence on him, but there's going to be the crush. Sunstrike trying to find a kill on a super, not going to be there. They do save Chappie's life, but great heads-up play there. Just went back for the glimpse to create that separation. They are going to see Paparazzi rotating into this lane, as well as another rotation coming in.
Oh, maybe they don't.
Stampede, there's the glimpse back. They're going to get the lift, though, onto Paparazzi, and that's going to allow Ghostik to try the TP. Stomp's not quite there, and trying to jump away from this one. Almost kills off the Monkey King, and now the Sunstrike. Good dodge back. Dog fights. He knew what was up.
iG.V just keep on reading these Sunstrikes so well. The whole entire team has just dodged one after the other. InJuly's in trouble, though.
Look at all this movement around the map. There's going to be a crush that comes out trying to get on top of InJuly. The Phantom Strike is going to allow that closing of the gap, and Chappie finds the kill.
Yeah, InJuly is just not, like, repeatedly dying on the sword that there is not real feel good. Lina's output of damage so much more. Your 45-minute window is kind of, like, awkward for Lina because you're still, like, you still don't really hit hard, but you have Corrosive Haze on top.
They're on top of them, and that's going to be a quick kill onto KingR. So something that iG.V certainly are going to be happy about with rather rapidly. Now, will Empire come over to contest? It looks like they realize something is going on now.
They do have
Stampede. Miposhka thinking about going in. They're going to roll in. They're on top of it. The huge combination. It is a Monkey King ultimate on top of all of it. The Chaos Meteor is down as well, but it doesn't look like it's enough for Empire. They've walked into hell, and it looks like iG.V are the ones coming out on top.
Well, Rubik picks up the consolation kill on Lina. That was really nice. Boy, that combination was so close to being good. If Empire could have just made that read maybe like 5 seconds earlier, potentially still win that fight despite being in a Disruptor Static Storm and a Monkey King ultimate at the same time.
Well, that certainly gave a lot of life to iG.V and the crowd. There is going to be a pick-off there as they take down the Lina, crush forward onto 2. Can they find more? Boundless Strike interrupted. Oh, great play there by the Earth Spirit, able to get the silence, and now the stun to follow.
Oh, that's a big one.
The 3. Oh, beautiful, beautiful plays coming out. Empire turning it. InJuly going to be disarmed for the moment. Wants that bounty rune before he dies. Chappie says no. Double for him.
Oh man, that was sick. iG.V are going to go for a pretty fast smoke play here. Straight into the enemy jungle. Might just catch something. Chappie does have his BKB though.
All right, counter play could come out in a second. They're actually turning it. Ghostik on top of him. They throw down the Static Storm. It does hit onto 2. Chappie with that BKB just eliminates Super, eviscerated in the jungle. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think everyone else from iG.V should be able to get out.
It's 2 picks and Static Storm used as well. This is feeling like another one of those opportunities. They actually found the Lina. They are on top of her. Light Strike Array is going to hit. Dogfights is there as well to get a counterplay. Laguna Blade stolen by the Rubik. Oh my word.
Now they might even be able to catch a little bit more. Monkey King just ahead of the Earth Spirit and Slardar hiding away in the jungle. So they're okay there. So that Centaur stomp, the counter initiation there from the supports and the offlaner. Again, perfect timing by them. They have pulled so much of their weight. Let's just hope these cores pull through because the supports and the offlane deserve a win.
Stun on the Monkey King, but he is still going to be there. They force step to the low ground. Ghostik looking like he had the Ags, but it was just the force step to get him away. Chappie throws the dagger, going to blink to his friend, but will be pulled back in now. But the stun, turnaround, magnetize, it's onto 2. Ghostik jumps in with nothing. They are both going to drop for that one, and I don't know if it's going to end up being worth it. KingR jumps up onto the tree, is going to go for the primal spring onto Sakata. No mana, he just wants to punch him in the head. They are going to bring down that disruptor.
Again, like the supports in the offlane just pulling this out. Best timing window was going to be around 30, 35, and hopefully close out the game by 50. But and still not fully set. Oh no, he missed the first half kill.
Oh no. Well, they still will be able to go for the Stampede. Chappie with the DD rune wanted to jump there onto the Monkey King. They get the lift back. Oh, KingR using his own abilities against him.
You can't fool me. Can't fool me with that tree disguise.
Well, Diffusal Blade.
Diffusal. That was another thing, obviously, we didn't think about is the Force Staff on the Centaur, killing trees. Great way to be able to catch the Monkey King a little bit easier.
Ghostik has looked on this Centaur and, you know, started early on being able to dodge and get away from those ganks that were coming his way before the Force Staff, as they have found a bash now onto FN, the Tornado to lift, turning it back around. Paparazi, they are going to be slowing him down with that Diffusal Blade, but Ghostik gets the Force Staff to make his escape, and now the rest of the side of Empire is starting to show up there. On top of Paparazi, gets the stun. Meanwhile, the lift on the other side of the fight. Chappie is there as well. Sunstrike not going to connect, but it does look like they're still going to be able to stun and kill off that Juggernaut.
Empire just always maintaining what is close to a 5-man vigilance. They know iG.V are getting pretty desperate. The right things, like moving Chappie pretty early, ganking the Lina a whole bunch, particularly important.
Oh no, Super.
Wow.
Well, there's a crush. He might pay for this one. They do have a Laguna Blade, gonna turn it, Ghost Scepter as well as the Force Staff, but it is not enough to save Chappie. This is one of the problems with this hero, is that you can get picked off and killed by his high magical damage.
You know, like if bottom and top are both pushing in, Empire has to deal with both lanes. Maybe they split up and you can get some kills off of it.
There's a blink forward. Oh, Rubik with the help of the Laguna Blade. They find a kill on the Paparazi. And when you can have the support in the off lane solo the carry like that, this hero Juggernaut that's supposed to be survivable, and there's still that ward that's up on the high ground there as well that's scouting all of this out from iG.V, but getting into position now to come and contest, but the Aegis is already down. FN has it. iG.V, oh man.
To get a little bit outside of their base to initiate, maybe they obviously don't want to give away the tier 3 for free, right? That's going to be Shrine. So,
well, here's a start. There's a jump forward. The counterplay out with the Tornado a little bit off the mark there since the Centaur jumped in and was already stunned, but it looks like they're still going to be able to run down at least the Monkey King. So no ulti for him. He's gone for 40 seconds. It looks like they are going to be able to continue to take this fight as FN in a little bit of trouble. Does still get Force Staff away. He's going to be fine. Chappie on top of Sakata. They throw out the Magnetize as well. InJuly trying desperately to find these kills, but nobody is dying. They do finally bring down Chappie. That is a big kill, and it looks like with that, Empire will retreat. Healing Ward lasted the entire duration.
I don't know, he could have just finished off FN with the Laguna Blade, but then you would have a full HP Chappie you couldn't deal with. He tried to kind of get both.
Oh no, and now they found him. So this is going to be the Lina most likely dying as they find the Sunstrike. Godlike for FN. They are going to jump forward. Paparazi trying to bring down FN. That is going to be the Aegis, but can they find any more if they want to? Ghostik can turn onto this in just a second. There's going to be the crush, but the blink out. FN's too quick. And now stampeding away.
Now they're all too quick.
Yeah.
All full movement speed.
The movement in towards the top barracks. iG.V not completely set up for this, and Looks like Empire going to get a free couple pot shots onto that barracks. Actually, the Phantom Strike back from Chappie is able to dodge the stun from InJuly. That was fancy.
Yeah, he really wants to make sure he doesn't have to use his BKB for a poke.
Dogfights, they're there. There's the jump forward.
Can they finish
him?
Some
trouble is going to be dropped low, but Chappie turns to fight. Is going to jump forward for more. Dogfight's already dropping low, as too is InJuly. He throws out the stun, but Chappie doesn't care. Back up to full HP. My goodness gracious. This man hits hard and is going to try and chase down a bit more. Is an Omni Slash, though. Going to start to bounce around a little bit. FN not going to drop to it, but they did end up losing that Rubik.
I like the fact that he blinked backwards there. Juggernaut knowing Melee Rax is gone. Maybe they can get a pick on somebody on the way back. Chappie?
Well, there's a glimpse back, but Tornado possibly saving that Disruptor from a crit. Instead, it's just going to jump on a super yet again. FN is the one that finds the kill, but they are just running all over iG.V. Empire don't care. They are going to take another tier 3 tower here, possibly another lane of barracks, and if it continues like this, the game as well. Sunstrike to land onto the Lina. Sakata explodes. Huge crits, and barracks going to drop.
Nothing they can really do now. They got to wait for their supports, so just, you're going to have to fight this out with one lane of Rax left.
Well, they are going to find a kill onto the Earth Spirit. So that's something, but Chappie decides to turn now. He's going to jump onto Sakata, stunned for the moment, but will finally fall. The Shrines are no salvation. Chappie continuing to dive on this PA. They're finding kills. It's actually FN that keeps on picking them up, but GG is going to be called. Empire too strong.
They really were. I'm a believer of Empire right now. Like, I'll tell you, you're the real Invoker here, with your beautiful dyed hair.
No, that's an interesting thing there.
He's cosplaying, man.
Absolutely. Another Primal Spring forward. Paparazi going to take a little bit of harassment. They're trading off the damage between the tower. Paparazi pops the cold snap, but it is not enough.
Do it. Do the dance, FN. Do it.
Oh, let's see it. Make our day.
Come on, baby.
Nah, he's not going to do it. Instead, up top, they're going to be going on to InJuly. iG.V in some trouble.
The Shrine?
They're going to get there, but Monkey King as well. Everywhere right now, but they are going to be able to keep you away from InJuly. Man, what a start. Now dogfights again, going to see if he can make something happen here. You do have Miposhka up on a tree, ready to jump down. Does have the mana this time up to full HP as they make the rotation in onto Ghostik. Stomp is not going to be there. The Primal Spring, it's just going to mean that Miposhka doesn't really save his Centaur, unfortunately.
Was hugely impactful in almost every single game of Empire so far, and definitely played his part in game number 1 masterfully.
Yeah, and now they're actually going to go in onto Sakata. He does have Metamorphosis just about to wear off as well. Jingu stats going to start to get built up, and actually they didn't end up hitting the stun onto the Miposhka Monkey King. They bring in Chappie as well at this early stage. Jumps down
nice
low
stun.
ground. They're able to get the stun onto the Monkey King, trying to turn, trying to bring him low, but he's regenerating so much they end up taking down Dogfights instead. Oh, the life steal was too strong, but still, it is going to save the life of their Terrorblade.
What a heads-up play! If he gets off of that tree, then there's no way Terrorblade lives. Not against that Jingu Mastery. Again, good rotation by Empire, though. Oh, what was that, a 4.5-minute rotation from Chappie?
Yeah. Well, and he's still sticking around. That is going to be a Sunstrike, but they find the kill on a Ghostik before he can get the stomp off. So great play coming out from Paparazi, hitting the Sunstrike when he needs to. And iG.V take a 3-2 lead, although there is still the problem of the Alchemist, who is now, at this point, headed back into the jungle, got a little bit of farm for himself and building into an armlet.
Beastmaster is also getting some much-needed farm at top lane because Chappie's gone. But if he gets a kill on Paparazi, it's all worth it.
Oh, man, FN. Actually the one that picked that one up. But yeah, Chappie being involved this early on. I mean, he's got phase boots. Who expects the sub-6-minute rotation from the PA? Empire is the one that would do it.
Now they're going to catch InJuly, I think. They have Boundless Strike. He's wrapping around behind. I think InJuly might die here.
Now there is going to be that jump. Boundless Strike comes out as well as the Primal Sling. Slowed all the hell. FN rotates in because he got a haste rune. Gonna pick up another kill. A killing spree at the 6-minute mark for the Alchemist.
Oh dear, that armlet is gonna come real quickly.
One of these heroes from iG.V get in their face. It ends up maybe balancing out a little bit?
Yeah, it kind of balances out for sure. I would agree. Because you have the Centaur ultimate, so Chappie's initiation is even better. They're going to find Sakata.
Oh, God, this is not what they needed in the least bit. KingR is here as well. They're going to body block him. No need for glimpse when you can just wrap around and find that type of kill.
Notice that about Sakata. I feel like he's got good like individual mechanics, and like within a team fight, he makes right decisions. But overall, Axes for tree clear, the Earth Spirit for tree clear. Has to worry about when his ultimate, when that becomes a factor, not getting swapped out of it.
Oh, but they want to party right now. Going to jump forward. Maybe going to be able to get level 6 at the first kill as Sakata is going to drop. And it does look like he would not quite have Sunder. Monkey King does have level 6 now, so they could go again if they wanted to. But nobody from iG.V showing.
Even better, maybe Metamorphosis is up, but you can still catch him. Maybe force that meta to be used more defensively and still kill him.
Swap into Roar, they're looking for it. Do manage to queue that up perfectly together, and the Sunstrike's going to get the kill. Exactly what they needed.
They're going to catch, though.
Empire looking to turn this back around. Boundless Strike there. Pump fake, wants to go for it finally. Ends up connecting onto the Beastmaster, and this should be enough for a kill. Actually, KingR ends up dropping, and now with Sakata showing up, the Tear big, large, and a charge takes down 2.
And that'll probably be a tier 2 as well. Empire, they're being abused for their Alchemist timings. This is what Terrorblade does. iG.V, smart rotation. They made like a similar read, right, where they were trying to bait out Chappie when they first hit their item timings on the Centaur.
Miposhka, I mean, he obviously was doing it all throughout the group stages, making it happen here as well. You can see Chappie there, his damage statistics as well as kill participation. They're on top of FN right now, though, and are going to be able to hit a follow-up stun. That was after the Stampede. Sunstrike comes in as well. Brought down low, not killed off as of yet. Is actually turning to fight. He is big and not able to arm with toggle through the magnetize. The stun, no, it's all gone wrong for iG.V. InJuly drops. Oh, wow.
What happened in mid, though? They traded some kills. Sakata, he got 1 kill on that Monkey King, but he died for it, so that was definitely not
one of the star players of this tournament in a lot of ways for me.
He's done some serious work, man. That was... Oh no, oh god, they're gonna lose. They just got team wiped. If they lose Paparazi here.
Dust Sentry, he does have 1 Sentry waiting to place it there.
That's all you have?
Is he gonna get him? No, he's solo, and it does look like indeed. Boundless Strike, Boundless Strike. Oh, he doesn't have it
for 8 seconds.
Random Stomp. Oh my god. Oh, Ghostik, they knew they were close. All right, if Miposhka can hit this blind.
Other than that, I don't know, they still protected their towers and stuff, so it's not like they lost the mid-tier 1 off of that. Still okay.
Oh, trying to find him. They brought 4 heroes this time. Is it enough? It looks like it is, but have they dropped everything to try and kill him up? Looks like they're also going to be able to possibly take down Chappie, pull him back in as well with the swap. So the 2 cores from Empire, most farmed in the game, end up getting dropped as well.
You can't fight into me. This is why you're able to utilize this hero aggressively, and boom, they start going tier 3. Very good. Force all the buybacks. Yeah. Force them all.
They force the buyback there. Oh, a tornado to interrupt the follow-up double edge. Sakata's still very healthy. They're going to bring down Ghostik. Possibly no. He has to end up falling there. And now the chase onto Sakata. Terrorblade not able to get off the Sunder. And that's going to be another death. Empire, they pull him back in. And soon to bring him back down, Paparazi falls as well.
I'm trying to think. It's like, what is that worth? It
feels as if both are in an impasse, both teams.
Yeah, BKB for Paparazi, BKB for Chappie. They're both really important items because I don't know if Chappie could stick on a hero without that.
All right, well, Sunstrike a little bit off the mark. Monkey King still going to die in spite of that. They take down the tree. And now that paves the way for Roshan. DD there for Terrorblade. Do we see Empire contest?
Oh, he's going to buy back and they are going to contest.
All right. Well, there's going to be a stampede. They pull back in. Sakata pops his BKB. Stunned up back by Roach. Oh, no. He does still get off his BKB as well, though, and able to catch on to Paparazi. The BKB sets mid pop all around the way, but FN trying to run out of here. They have the Monkey King ultimate as well. Sunstrike off the mark. They have to run through the MK ulti, but he's already going to be dropped down. Now they're going to be able to turn on to FN. Does manage to get his ulti up, but it's not nearly enough. They take him down as well. So 2 big kills go in the way of iG.V. Don't even need to push Metamorphosis. You've got the Beastmaster aura there, increasing the attack speed, all of these summoned units and illusions as the tower is just going to evaporate. And
Jesus, they gotta get a jump soon.
They pull it back in, able to pop the BKB before the hook stomp comes out. They're stunning for the moment that Alchemist. His BKB is going to end up blocking the secondary stun that came from himself. Meanwhile, Chappie jumps forward. They glimpse back in the Terrorblade. He is going to drop. Wasn't able to get off any type of Sunder there. As now they chase down Super, going to try and pull him back in as well. So suddenly, iG.V gonna lose 2, maybe gonna lose more.
As long as they don't lose Paparazi
here on Paparazi, and actually turns it around. Get out of here, Chappie. Great play from Paparazi as he stands tall.
What happened? Did Chappie use his BKB in that last team fight? He must have had to. And this is what they need to do. Smoke out, catch Empire before they get to the high ground. They're not being quite fast enough, though. And it is going to start sounding warning bells pretty soon for iG.V.
There's the jump forward. This could be a big one. The hook stomp hits onto nothing. The Disruptor ulti, it basically drops onto nothing as well. This is not the team fight that Empire wanted. And now turning on to KingR, he is going to drop. Sakata is going to end up just being able to melt apart that Disruptor. They did lose the Beastmaster in the meantime, and now trying to chase down Ghostik as well. Dogfights is there for the follow-up stun. Hits it as he lands. And Sakata with the double kill.
Wow. Oh, so many missed abilities. They started backing away knowing that there might be something waiting for them.
Oh, and dodging the dagger as well. Pretty nifty.
Yeah, he's just got to do the little efficiency plays.
Oh man, and FN got stunned by again. Could it be anybody else? The disrupt, or excuse me, the dog fights. Earth Spirit is
too much. Chappie can't do anything, not without the Alchemist. The Alchemist buyback, it doesn't matter. They're already going to lose the lane of Rax.
They're going to pull back in Sakata for a second, but it doesn't quite look like it's going to end up mattering. That's 2 melee barracks now down, and Empire, they just don't have enough in the tank. Super turns for the stun, and now they're going to find more. This follow-up stun in silence. Oh, Empire, you're in a lot of trouble. FN is there. They drop down the Static Storm as well, but is it really going to be enough? They pop the Stampede. No, it just doesn't look like it. And I mean, Ghostik, he's building towards this BKB, which could help solve some of the problems, but it's also just a little bit of a lack of vision, I would say, too. The Beastmaster helping to make that work for them. As soon as the smoke broke, they had good eyes on all of the team fight from iG.V as a tornado lift up. They've connected onto this Centaur. He's still slowed for the moment by the Ghost Walk. The stun not quite going to be there. They drop the roar now. Stampede came out, but was not nearly enough. Even with the mitigation and damage, they still just tore through that Centaur.
iG.V found their opening. Took a pick off, knows he does not have buyback, or probably doesn't. He could have the gold, but he doesn't.
And iG.V, they're storming the high ground. FN, they're trying to bring down Sakata. He pops his BKB, Sunders to turn it back around. FN, he is still going to be able to run out of there. They've got the Shrine to try and keep these heroes alive. Chappie gonna turn and just jump back to the tier 4s, but this is melee barracks going down. This is range barracks going down. Centaur is still gone for almost 20 seconds. Well, Chappie jumps forward, is just gonna be eviscerated again, and good game comes out. iG.V tie it up 1-1.
Great job by iG.V. I think the draft was huge for them. I really like the really important to Empire's success here at DAC.
We also saw Chappie in that last game on the PAs. We have a little bit of a brawl going on mid. It's Paparazi taking some damage. You got Mr. Ogre there as well. Gonna start dealing it out. They drop the Chaos Meter, and that actually takes a good bit of damage from that. But they still find that kill. First blood on a Paparazi.
Mentality.
I was going to throw my headset and run. Paparazi needs to run a little bit himself. He's taking a good bit of damage. The Bloodlust onto Sniper already in some trouble. So continued dominance in this lane. And now the lift back. KingR is here. Paparazi going to drop. And not even a Sunstrike can help him out there.
Doesn't look like they'll catch him yet. Maybe
Oh my god, they're gonna dive. They are getting set up for this one.
Oh yeah, cut down the tree, get the movement speed.
Chase forward, assassinate is going to fly out so close. He does end up dying. Cool. Well, another pickup there. The crowd silenced, as too was that Invoker. They are just completely dominating this early stage, this Invoker.
There's the Sakata move by the Vengeful Spirit. Good play. They cannot afford to lose their mid tower early like this, though.
Invoker's coming back in. They're ready. They're here with 4 heroes. Canceling the TP and now going to duel the Nyx Assassin. Empire bring 4. Oh, wow.
That's so cool. What happens, like, they know Vengeful Spirit's going to be active, right? And it claims a much more important tower in the game. Safe lane towers go down all the time. You can give up that tower, who cares? Mid towers, those are really critical.
Oh no, and again, Paparazi pulled back in and killed off. 0-5 start for the team, and as far as Paparazi is concerned, he's been killed off most of everybody. iG.V have had enough. This is a statement smoke. Unfortunately, it does also look to be a telegraph smoke, and nobody is in the mid lane for Empire. Although this rotation
I don't think
move over. Swap, they've caught him. Okay, they kill off KingR. Get one on the board.
Paparazi, you guys couldn't just leave me that Sunstrike kill? Come on. Give it to me, please.
Again, could be a little bit telegraphed, although you do still have the Vengeful Spirit that's in the area. Now bringing in Super. He has his level 6. They're all grouped up. This could be a good moment for them, but it looks like Empire instead going to dive, get the duel, starting to bring down this Venge. Do they decide to go for the counter initiation? It does not look like it's going to happen.
Oh.
And now Super, he might end up dropping himself. They're going to be able to dive under the tower. Now, are there any TP rotations to try and save this? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Super is going to die as well. Empire, with the dominant start, are going to take down all the tier 1 towers by about the 13-minute mark.
Oh, this could be a very fast game 3, Gabe.
Oh, God. All right.
Dogfights has the right positioning. Pops the smoke.
Brominat's there. Troll jumps forward. Has found InJuly. They turn to Roar. Not sure if it's enough. There is going to be a Sunstrike. Doesn't quite kill off Chappie, but he will eventually fall nonetheless. Now they've dueled up the Vengeful Spirit. Going to bring him down. FN peeping people from the high ground, but that is going to be an upheaval, slowing down FN. Can the goal kill him? No, he's not going to go down. Range creep. Oh, the value range creep. The most strong creep in the game.
God,
and now the upheaval. KingR is going to go down. He is going to die. Sniped as well by the Axes. Empire lose 3. Oh my God.
That was the most value early game upheaval I've ever seen in my life. It's right on the edge, catching FN, slowing him down. The golem just beats the crap out of everybody.
Starting to stack up the upheaval.
They do have the swap out as well. That is a play Sakata could pull if he wants to get fancy.
Mega bash by Roche. They've got vision in the pit. Chappie, Sunstrike coming through, is going to drop. Sakata picks up the kill. Now looking for more. They're going to swap back in. FN, he's so slow, but Ghostik going to find the duel. Now turns onto that Beastmaster, trying to bring him down. They don't have enough damage though. FN is going to drop as well. They're going to lose the Ogre. They're going to lose everything.
iG.V's team fight is just out of control. Empire just fed away 2 team fights. iG.V now have this game. Like, they were on the precipice of losing all control. And 2 back-to-back miracle team fights for iG.V, and they're ahead.
But now it's almost as if the shoe's on the other foot. With the Vengeful Spirit Aegis, do you feel the need to get anything really done, or... Oh, duel. Okay, they've caught it, but the swap back, turning it around. They drop the golem. That's going to be Ghostik gone.
iG.V are wise to your plays now. Empire, they're just like sticking together. They're like, okay, they could take a tier 3. Otherwise, I don't think high ground is an opportunity that's going to be
They have
given.
vision all in this area, though. There's the ward as well over in that medium camp. They jump onto FN. A little bit of a missed jump, but
no,
they are going to be able to catch him off to the side. They get it. Ghostik jumped away instead of press the attack to gape off the sniper
That's
life.
okay, I guess. Like, it was just like the abandoned conversation we're having during the drafts. It's like, okay, you Euphonic shield that guy. He's still surrounded by heroes, right? See you, buddy. I'm the carry now.
Absolutely. No, and then now you've got a little situation here, you know, 15 seconds, no sniper, they're going to swap it in, immediately find the Impale as well. Ward up on the high ground. This was not taken out by Empire. Empire, who've been looking so good throughout this tournament, on the verge of elimination if they don't have an answer for this is, well, there's going to be a stun. The Nyx Assassin finds the counterplay. The Impale connects. Ghostik to drop. The upheaval, they're so slow, they can't do anything. FN is hitting from far away, but they are going to be able to take down Paparazi. So maybe iG.V stepping a bit too far forward. FN continuing the chase.
Empire can't overextend. They're still at a numbers disadvantage. You gotta time it, right? Walk into the shrapnel with spiked and then immediately blink forward. See what you can do. There's going to be a Sunstrike on top of that.
Oh, they scanned it. Dire scanned it. They know. Dogfights is there. He broke the smoke.
They don't have the counter vision.
They're in trouble now. Ghostik going to be the first to drop most likely. Well, they're able to turn back around. That is going to be Ghostik down. On the other side, they roared up, but the tornado actually lifts up on FN, and that means that he's going to be able to jump out of here. TP's out, but the cold snap is there. He's going to drop. And that is 3 dead for Empire. The path is clear for Roshan. iG.V taking command of this game even further.
It was such an awkward laning phase for them. The static laning phase wasn't good because the heroes are naturally better for Empire. The rotations were going so badly. Ghostik's got to be really on the mark there. And even then, he may not be enough, right? They get one stun from the Primal Roar, but Venge is always following that up with a Magic Missile.
This could be the way towards it, though. Oh, Dogfights comes in as well. The smoke was broken onto 3. They're all lined up, and Pale only connects onto 1. They are going to steal this by Carapace, turn it back against them. The swap back in onto the, well, Legion Commander is going to get caught out there. Also, KingR in trouble, as it does look like he's going to be able to walk away for the moment. Pop the tree as well, but Dogfights is having none of it.
Cute play, cute play.
So they did drop the Chaotic Offering in that fight. Troll just picked up a DD.
Necronomicon, it drops really quickly, and they don't have to commit very much either.
All right, Troll has a DD. He went out to the lane and picked that one up, but I'm not sure if it's going to end up mattering if he just gets bursted here. And, well, immediately taken off as well.
Play it safe. They're not going to turn their attention away from a potential win condition, another objective to take.
AC is done on the Venge. My God, she is farmed, and you saw as well the Lincoln's placed over there. There's the swap back in. They drop the Chaotic Offering to boot. There's Chappie already starting to drop low. He's out of there, buys back immediately. They need to get back into this fight and take it. But in the meantime, they have caught out that Nyx Assassin, hasn't used the Spike Carapace, pulled back in and dueled as well. They're able to take down 1, but the huge meteor is going to be dropped down from on high. Hellfire raining, and Barrack's gone. iG.V back out again, cool as a cucumber. This type of play that you talk about only happens when you've got so much insider knowledge, so much synergy together as a team. They've been together through the good and the bad. You think about this same team that went to Boston and couldn't have a couple of their people there. As we see another get caught out, this might be the way for Empire to get back into this. They do take down the Vengeful Spirit, and Roche about to respond. Oh, we'll have to see if the timer... That's a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was Roshan. I was just about to spawn too, but
yeah, make work what hasn't worked so far this game.
I mean, I was like trying to hype up the high ground defense of Empire, but Sakata first of all got really far ahead as the Vengeful Spirit, but because he'll get a save from Ghostik and then he'll pop his VKB. He's the only one that can kind of challenge Sakata when he goes into high ground, but it's still like Sakata's just gonna right click the tier 3 until he's a little bit low.
Well, they've caught him. Swap back in. Roar as well. Out of mana, out of time. Right click, near to death. They drop down the Chaotic Offering. Ghostik has fallen oh so low, and now they're going to be able to take more. Paparazi, they bullied him early. Now he's taken over this game. Rubik buys back, and soon to have their eyes on the prize. iG.V looking quite strong. They kill it off. Triple kill for Sakata. Maybe
you want some too?
Get over here. iG.V is going to take down Empire and move on in this tournament, and you can hear the love and adoration from the crowd. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.